wako naitwa Prince. Yote hiyo ni kuokoa muda. Unajua tukiokoa muda tunafanya dunia kuwa pale pema zaidi kwa binadamu kuweza kuishi. Na hivyo basi nakukaribisha ndani ya kipindi cha The Youth Zone, na katika The Youth Zone siku leo tuko na The Youth Zone with Sr Aurelia, ambapo pia tunapatikana pale kwenye mtandao wa YouTube kupitia The Youth Zone with Sr Aurelia pale YouTube, and ni nafasi ambayo pia sisi tunapata kuweza kuchangia katika njia mbalimbali, vigezo mbalimbali ama ideas mbalimbali ambazo tuko nazo haswa kama vijana, na kwa upana pia kama washikadau katika sekta hii ya vijana katika hali mbalimbali. Na hivyo basi nachukua fursa hii kukaribisha msikilizaji ndani ya kipindi cha The Youth Zone. Utazungumza na sisi kupitia nambari zetu za studio ambao ni 23405. 23405 is our SMS code, and our WhatsApp number is 0796485132. And right about now, I want to take this opportunity to welcome Sr Aurelia, so that we can get to have a conversation at length and get to understand what we have today, and share as a family, so that we can see what difference can we have, or what difference can we get. And if I remember very well, last week we were talking on environment and different roles that we do play, and I remember I was on the bad side of Mr. Sr who was talking about the role of the media in terms of taking care and conservation of the environment, and enlightening people about the environment. And I believe that we have more insights that we are going to put out, and have a very candid conversation that's going to bring about something good for the environment, for the good of the environment and Mother Nature. And right about now, let me take this opportunity to welcome Sr Aurelia and Shambo on the other end of the studio. I know he has come today not as a punishment, because last time he came early, and he's in with us today on a good cause. So right about now, as you send in your messages and good afternoon messages on 23405 or our WhatsApp number, let me welcome Sr Aurelia for this particular program. Welcome, sister.
Okay, thank you so much, our dear program in the studios, and welcome to our dear guests, Shamba. And like you said, last time we were talking about youth and the environment. That is the same topic we are continuing with, because we did not exhaust it last time. And today we are going to be looking at different things. I'll be asking Mr. Shamba, and of course also giving some hint on what I think about it. And like you said, whoever is listening to us, whoever is watching, you are most welcome to our discussion today. Feel free to ask questions, feel free to chip in your comments, and give us your view. What do you say about this hii mambo ya environment inaendeleaje? And we are live on Facebook, Youth Zone with Sr. On YouTube, Youth Zone with Sr Aurelia. Do well to check and listen to us there. And also you can get us through our WhatsApp and our SMS numbers as they have been read. And allow me to ask Mr. Shamba to first of all introduce himself to us, and then we can continue with our program. Thank you.
Thank you, Sr Aurelia, and the Prince in the control room. I'm okay, and I'm very fine, fresh, just from a walk, fundraising walk at Tangazo University.
Welcome.
I had a chance to move around Karen Estate, and the environment looks lively. There is life. It is really promising, very clean and attractive. Karen is life.
Is it because of rain?
No, I hope Karen is always green and clean. It is always green and clean, and people there are taking it. They are taking the estate very
seriously,
with care, and they take environment with seriousness.
that is cool, and I hope, because I know you're also staying there, I hope you're also taking care of it. Now, I know we are talking about youth and the environment, and you are a youth. You are also a student at Tangaza University. How well do you think schools and universities are educating students about climate change and its effects?
Yeah, you know, it varies.
Mm.
It varies. It depends with the institution,
Mm.
and it depends with also the place, and it also depends with the country where you are in.
Okay.
And I would want to say that there are some schools that integrate it well with the science and social studies. Like here in Kenya, the social studies and science, they like dealing with the things to do with the environment.
Mm.
And also there in the universities, like where we come from in Tangaza University, I like saying Tangaza University is an ambassador of environment.
Mhm.
That institution takes care of environment very well, and if you look at it, not only because it is found in Karen, but it has taken it as its responsibility to take care of this environment. And for that matter, I think this question I would have, if I was given a chance to ask, I would have asked you who has written a book on Laudato Si, because the institution sponsored by Catholic Church, and Catholic Church led by Pope Francis, who talks about environment a lot, and he even wrote an encyclical talking of environment, how to take care of it, because it takes care of us, we have to take care of it. An institution like Tangaza University has become an ambassador of that, and it has even a movement that deals with Laudato Si, or deals with the environment. So it will vary with the institution. I will say primary schools or secondary schools where social studies and sciences are taught, the environment is taken care of. And the institutions like University, Tangaza University, there is a movement, there is just an office for the environment, and we advocate for that.
You didn't ask me the question.
You are the one to respond to this question you are asking me. But I thank God, maybe one day we shall find a session where we can talk about Laudato Si.
Okay, thank you so much. I know that.
You will be my guest.
Okay, I'll be your guest. Okay. I somehow would also, like you said, Tangaza is trying its level best, and as a club, Laudato Si Club in Tangaza, we are doing a lot in the sensitization of the community and the students at large. And myself, I'm doing it at a very low pace with the children, not with the universities and those big people. Me, I deal with my age mates.
Yes.
Like from age 3 to 12. I'm 12 years. So those are the categories I deal with, and the book I wrote is for that class, and
Yes.
it is just a summary of
Laudato Si.
an encyclical, Laudato Si, and it is meant to sensitize children about environment, showing them the dangers we have caused to our society, and then how best can we revive this environment, how can we revive our Mother Earth. And so far so good, it is doing well. I go to different parishes, I talk to the PMC children, and then those that are able to purchase the book, which is at a very, very minimal cost, at an affordable cost, they purchase, and they are using it to read and understand what is happening. And I believe and pray that whatever they are reading, they are putting it in practice. And why did I do this? I believe so much in the potentials of children. A child can challenge a mother.
Yes.
If I tell a child, when you eat a sweet or a biscuit, you're not supposed to throw this on the floor. Just put it in the waste bin. If you are somewhere where there is no waste bin, keep it in your bag. When you reach home, you can discard it. This child will take it. And the day she will see her father or her mother throwing it, she won't take it easy.
Yes.
She can stand and say, "Mommy, remove it." Teachers say it.
Yes.
They believe so much in the teachers more than their own parents.
Yes.
And you as a parent, you will definitely be challenged. So that was my reason of going into that direction, and I'm glad it was successful, and I'm still going on with it.
Yes.
So that's what I can answer to this.
And I also, maybe I just say that now that environment is our subject here, and
It is a subject in Kenya.
it's a subject here at Radio Maria.
Okay,
At-
sorry.
At the moment now, it's a
I thought
subject
it is
here.
a subject in the
So
school.
I will suggest maybe whoever
mhm.
is listening to us, and I know people are listening to us,
Mhm.
they can mark it as a subject in school, at least as a course, be it in university or in a primary school or secondary school. At least they make it like a course or a subject where people can specialize in studying this thing of environment, and through that maybe we can change the course of the climate change, and things will be okay.
Okay, now that we are talking about this, if you were in charge of global curriculum on climate change, like now you have this idea that it should be a subject, what key topics would you focus on?
Maybe if I were a lecturer, of whom I'm not, a principal.
No, I'm talking about you
Yes, me as a
in
person.
charge of a curriculum, in the country.
in the country.
Yes, like
wow.
what are you sending out? Because I believe even who knows, Ruto can come,
I think the
can
president
get
is,
to this video.
maybe the president will listen to
Yes,
this
and then
record
let's
and
see
maybe-
what you would have done. Advise him.
So if I were the one, maybe I will focus on some few topics. Number one, I will focus on basic climate change as one of the topic, and this one deals with greenhouse and carbon cycle. And then number two, I would also want to deal with the human impact and consequences. Human impact and consequences. This to deal with the rising temperatures and sea level rise. Then I would also want to deal with the sustainable solutions. Sustainable solutions are these are like renewable. The one Ruto talks about the electric cars around the city here. I would also want to deal with that one as a topic. And then there is a climate justice. We do justice with the climate. And doing justice with the climate is like planting of trees. We can concentrate on that, planting of trees. And we can also look at how different communities are affected with the climate change. And by looking at that, I will make it a topic in my curriculum. Then the last one, I will look at the personal and policy level actions. That is to set, like, I want to set rules. And in that topic, actually, they will be looking at the rules. How do we control this, and how do we control the dumping of the waste in the environment? How do we control the cutting or harvesting of trees? How do we do ABCD to make sure that the climate remains at constant and it is favorable for human life or human living?
Maybe we'll consider voting you in our next voting. When is it? 2027?
It is 2027, but I have no plan to go into politics.
Okay, thank you so much.
I know my people wanted me to go into politics, but I will not go into politics.
Okay,
I would rather remain with the mtoto wa kifalme hapa.
Eh,
We just work in Radio Maria.
okay,
Yeah.
that would be cool. And have you ever participated in any environmental or climate-related activities? It may be tree planting, cleanups, or protests. Or have you ever arranged any of these kind of things?
I will say I've ever done it twice. Number one, I did it in Portugal while I was there. And in Portugal, it is organized in such a manner that it was organized by the youth. And they just walk around sensitizing people on what should be done, on why they should plant trees, on why they should keep the environment clean. And then back at home, in my village home, of course I don't stay there for so long, but I still call my brother and give him some money at least to plant some few trees. So I have involved in it twice. I remember in Portugal and here in Kenya, back at home, not like in the entire village, but I talk to my brothers at least to, because these things should begin with you. It should begin with you. So when the neighbors see you planting, they will also want to plant. And that's what I actually do at home. They see you planting, then they say, very soon we shall be asking for trees here. And this man will be denying us this tree. So it is better we also plant ours. So we have planted all the neighbors around. Actually, we stay in the forest.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And what's one simple change you think everyone could make to help combat climate change?
A simple change
Mm.
is just for people to be responsible.
Okay.
Just be responsible. There is no one to take care of the environment. That is, somebody is set aside, like we were saying the other Saturday, that the cleaning of this city is the responsibility of city kanjos. Somebody will tell you there, just throw it there. I think kanjo watakuja kuokota. Sio kazi yetu, ni kazi ya kanjo. It is not the work of kanjo. It is our responsibility. We should be responsible. And while I was coming, you remember when we left here, we walked up to down, and you were also surprised with the way I was surprised. The city was clean.
Yeah, he's trying.
Yes. And today, while I was coming, I came with a spiritual priest called Father George Wambua. Then he dropped me at Nyayo. I told him I am remaining at Nyayo, but I'm walking to Radio Maria. Then I just wanted to see how it looks. I have come all the way to this place, and I've realized if you just face, just opposite Radio Maria, I think we should just go down there and just try to do some cleaning. Those people are just eating and throwing banana remains there and maize and everything, plastic
But the rest
papers
of the
there.
road?
The rest of the road are very clean. I don't know why it is just here. So we should just be responsible citizens. You don't need to wait for me to do it. And in communities, like in a spiritual community, we always say, no one is responsible for anything called communion. Like if the Bible, you say this Bible is a community property, no one will be ever responsible for it. But if you say, Shamba, you are taking care of the Bibles in this community, then everything will be okay. So I think we should just be responsible citizens. We should know we need this environment, just as environment needs us. We take care of it, just as it takes care of us.
Yeah, I see. You seem to have done so much about environment, and you seem to be more active on that. I applaud you. And also, I know with your studies, with your community life, how do you balance your lifestyle with the need to be more environmentally conscious?
At the moment, I'm doing journalism and mass communication. The course mtoto wa kifalme did, and he's doing very well. And he should be also keen to respond to this question.
Okay.
How do I balance, like, my life and
your lifestyle and the need to be more, conscious about the environment?
I have already realized that I need environment.
Okay.
And environment needs me.
Okay.
Wherever I stay, it should be, if it is to take care of that environment, it should be clean. Just like I told you, in Karen, the roads are very clean. Even the trees around are very, very smart. And I was just looking at them and saying, wow, how I wish Nairobi city was like this. And I even passed by the cemetery while coming. And today, I think because it is raining, it looks green also.
It
There
looks
is life.
green also, but those tombs are still looking at us.
They are still looking at us. And I think I have seen some few parked cars. I think the families are visiting their people there. And I would wish to encourage people to be doing that. If they keep on visiting them, I think that place can change. And that is exactly how I also manage to balance that. You need to balance your lifestyle and the environment. Like what I eat, if it remains, I have to know how to dispose it. Like if I'm eating sweet, you don't just remove it like you have talked about it here.
Just
You remove it,
throw
then
the
you throw
paper.
it there. Saying Kakanjo will come and pick it, or somebody else will come and pick it. By the way, it hurts to see somebody eating something, then taking water, then you throw the bottle.
And you are expecting me from the Kanjo now
To come and
pick it. That is even dehumanizing somebody.
I think I have just learned that we have responsibilities and we are all responsible citizens. We need to do the correct thing. So I'm just living rightly and correctly, by doing what I'm supposed to do. It is to keep the environment clean and also to keep my neighbors clean. If you keep the environment clean, then you will also be clean. But if you are just like this, then the environment will also be that way. And somebody said that success attracts success. Cleanliness attracts cleanliness. In Karen, that is our example today. In Karen, you cannot find somebody dropping like a plastic bottle or a golden paper on that road. Do you know
Unless
why?
you're from the
Yes, and even if you are from the village, you will fear because the place looks smart and it is clean.
yeah.
Now you'll be the only one looking out of the place. It is like you are from hell. You see the place clean and you are throwing there that.
Yeah.
The same thing
Actually,
here.
our street is very neat.
I think here,
Mm.
in town here, they throw because they see some other golden bags.
So let me add my
so
own.
let me
to
add my own.
stop
So
up.
it is thrown here, maybe it is thrown. So it attracts each other. The
Yes,
that attracts
we
that,
top
and
up.
cleanliness attracts cleanliness. If you are smart, of course you will attract a smart person. But if you are like any
Yeah.
other person there, you will attract any other person outside there. Yeah.
You know, I really used to wonder. Yeah, currently it's really neat.
Yeah.
The only dirt we have is leaves,
Yes.
you know, and shrubs
Of
around
which-
us,
Yeah.
which is okay because those can decay and, you know.
Mm.
But still, I sit down and imagine what is in somebody's head that they finish eating and just throw. What am I thinking about? Okay, let's leave the kanjos alone. There are places kanjos don't reach, and we
Yes.
are very sure that
Yes.
there is nobody to clean this. But what is really in your mind when you are doing that? If we are present to ourselves, present to what we have done, and, you know, present to the environment surrounding us, we want to do that. I give an example. The other day I was in the Matatu, Naboka. I had just entered to sit, and on my seat there was a yogurt container. Somebody drank yogurt and left it there. You know, and that is the seat I wanted to sit. So I looked around, there was no waste bin in the bus.
Yes.
And I called the conductor. I said, have this, I just found it here. Do you know what this guy did? He threw it
Yes.
outside
Yeah.
on the floor. I told him, go and remove it.
Did
He
he?
said, it's not mine. I said, it was in your bus. And your bus has no waste bin.
Yes.
And I know, at least, I know I'm not so good at the government policies and whatever, but at least I know that every matatu must have a waste bin.
Mhm.
Where is your waste bin? Now, when he saw that I was serious, whether he thought I'm working with the government, I
Maybe.
might follow him up. In
Mhm.
fact, I became rude. I went out, I took the picture of the number plate. I told him I'm going to follow this up. He removed it very well. I don't know where he kept it,
No,
but he entered with it in the bus.
You will have just told him Subaru is coming soon.
Who is Subaru?
You will know. You are still new in Jerusalem.
Okay, I just took the picture of the number plate and told him I'll follow this up. You must have a waste bin here. He picked it.
From Naboka.
Yes, he picked it and sat with it with his container. But I was just imagining, oh, just throw it.
You know, sometimes
Really?
we say common sense. People
It's
have
not
common sense. It
common.
is not common by the way.
Indeed,
You
it
might
is
think
not.
we are reasoning the same, but we are not. So these people need just to be sensitized, to be educated about why we should keep the environment clean. And how do we do it? Like now we are here in Radio Maria. You know, Radio Maria, I've realized that, I've just realized, and this one, Mtoto wa Kifalme will have to conga with me. The other day he was not, but this time around he should. Radio stations,
I hope you are ready.
radio stations
Mm-hmm.
do not like talking about environment. They don't, because
Okay.
environment does not attract money. And as Mtoto wa Kifalme says, media is all about business, cash.
But
Now,
not Radio
if-
Maria, surely.
Of course, now Radio Maria, that is now the point. The point is now, because
Yes.
Radio Maria is pro environment,
Yes.
why shouldn't the government come and support here so
They
that we
won't
talk
even
about
listen to you.
it? Should
Are they
come.
listening to Radio Maria?
They
No, I
should.
don't
There is
think.
somebody who is listening to Radio Maria. there is somebody, at least one person who is listening to Radio Maria,
Yes.
they should know that Radio Maria is pro-environment.
Mm-hmm.
And because they are pro-environment, then they should be supported, at least to talk about this environment, have demonstrations here, not of stealing people or breaking into people's shops.
Mm-hmm.
They can come and do demonstration to save our environment. So mtoto akifalme, I think we can concur that Radio Maria is free
Mm-hmm.
to talk about environment. But other